Hello everyone, my name is João. I work in APSU and I am responsible for managing this initiative. In this video, I will briefly present you our project, our objectives and our main results. WinBiz, our project, is an Erasmus project with two major objectives. The first one is to promote the entrepreneurship by providing high-quality tools to people who have business ideas and want to start their own business. The second main goal or objective is to make these tools accessible to those with fewer opportunities. In the case of WinBiz, we'll focus ourselves in migrant women. To achieve these objectives, we formed a team of partners from several European countries. APSU, where I work, from Portugal, is the coordinator. We are the coordinators. Our partners include also Egina from Italy, Wismar from Germany, SES from North Macedonia, Hellenic Open University from Greece, and finally IASI from Romania. These partners were selected because of their specialities, of their expertise in the project's thematic areas, and together we strengthen the consortium. The project is formally divided into four main results. Each one was led by a different partner. I will now briefly explain you these results. The first one was a more theoretical one. It was WinBiz social report. It was led by Egina and it was done to provide us theoretical background. The second one was developed by APSU. It was developed by all partners, but it was led by APSU. It was on the training toolkits. This toolkit was developed in order to give tools for the trainers that we wanted and needed to train. Then we have a result that was the pilot testing of the training. This one was led by Hellenic Open University and was designed to assess the effectiveness of the training and for us to understand where we are doing things correctly and where we need to improve and do the things differently. Finally, we have the fourth project result, the development of the catalogs of good practices. This one was led by our Romanian partners, and it was a development of a catalog with very good ideas from the participants of the piloting. We spoke with several entrepreneur women that have a good idea and that want to start a business, and we decided to develop this catalog to provide them a platform to share their ideas and to share their business ideas, and also to promote those ideas through other people. So, for example, if you want to invest or to learn a little bit more about that, the ideas of these women, you can access this catalog and you will have at least 3 per country, 3 women and 3 ideas per country that you can check, and then you can invest on them if you are into it. So this is our project. This is what we have developed during these 3 last years. Hello again. I'm here to speak a little bit about the second outcome or the second result of the project. This second result was the creation of the WinBiz training toolkit. This one was led by us, APSU, so it was the Portuguese team that led this project result. The toolkit was designed in order to develop and share open methods, tools and training materials to help prepare professionals who will tutor, guide and coach the project's target groups. So we developed this toolkit for the future trainers, okay? For those that will be working with the entrepreneur women, migrant women, okay? And this toolkit has several aims. The first one is to address these 25 professionals that I spoke about and support them in the integration part of these migrant women and engage them in a specialized training. The second one is to provide effective resources to support and coach 250 participants. Those 250 participants are the women that the project involved during its lifetime. And finally, it's to develop a fully free and practical platform with resources that everybody can use. This toolkit was published in English and it is available on our website, and it was promoted during various project events and also in our social media. During this development, 25 trainers gathered in Patras in Greece in order to test the toolkit. It was an experience, an in-field experience that these 25 people had, and this training allowed them to explore the toolkit, explore the topics of entrepreneurship, and then also the integration of women, of migrant women. Through this training that happened in the field, we received very helpful feedback. With this feedback, we improved upon our toolkit and we reached our final result, our final outcome. And this one is the one that is in our website available for you to check. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Bianca Biziak and I will be discussing with you the first result of the WinBits project, which is the social report. If I can say, the WinBits project has been my favorite one to be involved and to manage. And in particular, the first phase of the project, being the social report, has been particularly meaningful at a personal and a professional level. In terms of project results, the main aim of the social report consisted in creating a strong analysis at a national level and also at European level about the condition of women with migratory experience or any ways of non-Western education that may want to be included in entrepreneurial experiences. Such research was implemented by each partner, both with qualitative and quantitative approaches. Actually, we did start with quantitative by creating a set of questionnaires that would allow us to understand, as a general overview, what was the opinion, the condition and the professional state of the women involved. This aspect allowed us to actually get in contact with the target group, and I have to say that in Italy this part was at the very first beginning a bit slow. It was not that easy to access to the target group, but step by step, by making so many phone calls and sending so many emails, but especially by talking to so many different people, we managed to create a group that was very, very motivated, that actually did respond to the questionnaire, allowing us to collect the data. And this first step was definitely crucial in order to create a community that allowed us to start to gather up all the qualitative results. In terms of qualitative results, we used a very interesting methodology that it is called the coaching circles. It is a methodology developed by Otto Scharmer by the MIT, in which basically we do engage with a group of people, a small community if you want, and we discuss about a specific topic that is given by a case giver, with the aim of sharing personal and empathic feedback regarding this specific topic. So the first aim, it is definitely not to find any kind of solution, but to have like a shared perspective about a specific topic. So on. We managed, along this direct contact with the target group, but also, of course, with generally speaking research, scholar research, We managed in Italy, but also in all countries, to underline and to define the state of art, the state of, the situation in which migratory dynamics may find themselves. This process resulted with the creation of a quite extended document. We are talking about 140 pages, in which all the desk researches are collected. Another aspect that was particularly interesting was the creation of the infographics, given the fact that the project proposal itself was asking at this very first stage to present the results of the desk research to the women involved, and consider the fact that it could be a bit sensitive to talk about something that people is living on their own skin in terms of data. We decided to produce some illustrations that of course would in any case share the contents, but in a more creative way, and also in a more spontaneous way, also in order possibly to facilitate language barriers. In terms of challenges, as I was saying before, there was an early stage in which it was not that easy to get in contact with the target group. It was not that easy to explain properly what was the aim of the project, of the WinBeats project. But after a while, and after, a little bit of continuity, we managed to create a community that it is still very involved and still very willing to contribute with their voices. In conclusion, the articulation of the WinBeats social report demonstrated to be crucial in order to obviously have a sense of awareness and knowledge about the migratory situation of women at present times. But also it was very important in order to collect all the feedback and the feedbacks and the need for the direct target group in order to, on a later stage of the project, develop the educational plan with its related contents. One of the most interesting activities that were pushed by the WinBeats project consisted in organizing an LTTA that was held in Italy on July 2024 in favor of a group of women that did participate to the MOOC, to the online education modules, that demonstrated to be particularly interested in the process and that developed projects that could have a further development. So a big group arrived in Italy. We spent several days together. It was a very, very interesting experience also because we decided to place this event in cohesion with another event that we do organize every year as EGINA, which is the Social Hackathon Umbria, that this year was held in Bevagna, which is a very historical town placed in Umbria. So the experience was very interesting because starting from the landscape, you could see this very contrasty situation in which we would invite women from all over Europe with very different backgrounds and origins, all together in order to learn about design thinking, social entrepreneurship, entrepreneurial processes, and in order to furtherly develop their own ideas and their own projects. So the experience was very intense. We did invite a portfolio of experts that are, operating in the field of, idea development, project development, but also other participants that had kind of a same experience of of the target group, of the women that we did invite, in order for them to become role models, in order to show them that from a specific idea that can be born anywhere, even in just one kitchen, then it is possible to keep on going, to transform it with, of course, the support of professionals in a more articulated project. And also, you know, to have like a business plan and a potential of real implementation. The feedback from the participants has been honestly amazing. Also because of the nature of the diverse experience that they had. They could be involved in you know, practices that would focus more on entrepreneurial competencies or design thinking processes or digital storytelling interlaced with animation competencies. So for the participants, it was a very intense and emotional experience, sometimes a bit tiring and fast, because of course we had so many different activities, but they were all very happy. Looking back on the entire project, I have to say that the WinBeats experience has been definitely crucial. We have been having the chance of creating a stronger community, which is still active today and still asking for further steps from us. We actually, with the whole consortium, we did create an educative path related on entrepreneurial processes that has still like a lot to give. And in the future, we are considering it to include these contents and to offer these contents to a bigger target group.
My name is Maja Kolekeska and I have been privileged to be project coordinator on the local level on the behalf of CES Academy. This project was a truly nice experience for us, as we have managed to establish cooperation with few European organizations and managed to bring a lot of practice, transfer a lot of experience and knowledge. This unique project has brought a lot of innovations to our organization CES Academy. For example, when we worked on the development of Project Result 1, we have implemented a new methodology as a coaching circles. Also, we have participated on a creation of massive online learning platform, and we have closely worked with a very specific target group. Although the project was on time very demanding, it has contributed a lot to the growth of our organization and also has contributed a lot to an overall impact to our society. As I mentioned previously, this project was quite challenging. For example, for us, the highest challenge was to involve certain number of migrant women with a certain level of education. Having in mind that the migrant community in our country is not very large, this goal for us was very high for achievement. That's why we have managed to establish cooperation with a local organization of the Red Cross, and on that way managed to approach to this very specific target group. And at final, we have managed to involve a large number of these Ukrainian women to the piloting of the platform, to development of business plan, national competition, and learning, teaching, training experience in Bevania. A part of cooperation with the local organization of the Red Cross, we have also managed to establish cooperation with Ms. Valentina Disovska, who is the president of the National Businesswomen Association and also president of the National Entrepreneurship Platform. She has provided a mentorship for our participants during the preparation of their business plans. Her mentorship was highly professional and very valuable for our participants.
As a project researcher, I was more directly involved in two project results, namely the social report and the toolkit. In North Macedonia, as in the rest of Europe, migrant women face significant challenges when integrating into economic and social life. The social report was created to identify barriers and opportunities these women face, particularly in the context of North Macedonia, with the goal to facilitate them and their smoother integration into the labor market and their communities. Social report was developed through research, surveys and focus groups that included migrant women and relevant stakeholders from North Macedonia. This process allowed us to gain a detailed understanding of their training needs, digital skills and entrepreneurial capacities, as well helped us to identify the barriers that prevent them to fully participate in the economy. The social report provides a clear picture of the situation at local, national and European levels. And from the focus of North Macedonia, we have provided our perspective. The toolkit was developed to support trainers and mentors who work with migrant women in North Macedonia and also across Europe. Many of these trainers provide training programs aimed for the economic empowerment of the vulnerable groups, including migrant women. The goal of the toolkit is to provide a structured approach to mentoring, specifically designed to help these women develop entrepreneurial and life skills. The toolkit was built on the findings of the social report combined with the innovative methodologies applied, like theory, why the design thinking, and it was tested through coaching circles conducted in North Macedonia, which provided real-time feedback and allowed for adjustment to ensure it effectively addresses the needs of migrant women in the country. As part of the WinPeace project's efforts to provide accessible and flexible learning opportunities for migrant women, an e-learning platform was developed. This platform offers a structured environment for women to access training materials and resources online, enabling them to engage in self-paced learning regardless of their location or schedule. In North Macedonia, this platform is very important for overcoming physical and logistical barriers to education and training, and especially for the vulnerable group which was reached with this project.
At final, I would like to share a few successful stories from implementation of our WinBiz project. For example, the winners of our national competition of business plans. In this regard, Ms. Tatiana Lisak has developed a business idea to open vegan cafe in the city center in Skopje. Having in mind that we don't have such type of restaurant in the city center, this idea has truly high potential for development. The second business idea was developed by Ms. Daria, and her intention is with her online platform to support Ukrainian diaspora across Europe in learning languages. They are in urgent need to learn languages, so with her platform she will support them. The third business idea was developed by Ms. Evgenia, whose intention is to open beauty salon on the local level. In this beauty salon, she will exclusively use natural cosmetics, and she will also not only apply but promote healthy habits to younger generations on the local level.
My work in the WinBiz project was a very positive experience because I have found a new space for work and spreading personal development and economical growth for a target group that is small but very significant in our country. So I will highly recommend everyone to use the tools, resources in the platform developed with the WinBiz projects, particularly for the vulnerable group, but also for the trainers and professionals involved in personal development or professional development of target groups that are struggling.
At the end, I have to admit that the implementation of the WinBiz project was a really rewarding experience for us. We have managed to bring many innovations in our organization. We have also managed to establish long-term cooperation with many organizations. But what is the most important, we have managed to support women with the migrant background to better integrate in our society.
Hello, my name is Konstantinos Potsis and I have the pleasure to be the project manager for the WinBiz project on behalf of the Hellenic Open University. I will be presenting you the third project result of the WinBiz project entitled WinBiz Training Course. The main objective of this project result was the development and sharing of open methodologies, tools and educational training materials in order to encourage the acquisition of personal, transversal and specific skills and abilities by the participating migrant women, their socio-professional integration, and the promotion of female entrepreneurship per se. The WinBiz course is a course on entrepreneurship, social innovation, strategic and sustainable development planning, and ethical leadership, among others. The course addresses the needs of migrant women or women with a non-Western background and with medium-high level of education that would like to exploit the potential of entrepreneurship to participate equally in the economies and the societies they live in. The educational problem that the course aims to address is the lack of knowledge and support for migrant women in the entrepreneurial and business environments in their residence countries. For the development of the course, we based our approach on the findings from previous project results, and mainly the WinBiz social report, by identifying gaps on existing entrepreneurship courses targeted for migrant women, and knowledge gaps that migrant women themselves considered they needed to cover. So the WinBiz course modules and content were to a wide extent designed by the migrant women themselves, and we consider this to be a very strong point of the WinBiz training course. After the definition of the course's modules, learning objectives and learning outcomes, under the guidance of the Hellenic Open University, a co-creation process started in which all WinBiz partners participated, and it led to the creation of a high-quality training material. The course was delivered in a blended way, containing both asynchronous and synchronous training in 8 languages: English, Portuguese, Greek, German, Italian, Macedonian, Romanian, and Ukrainian, and was made available through the WinBiz course platform, which was designed and created by the Hellenic Open University. To our excitement, more than 400 migrant women participated in the WinBiz course in the 6 partner countries, exceeding by far our initial target for the participation. The participants were constantly supported by the WinBiz trainers, who offered not only technical knowledge and support, but also assisted in the development of soft skills, kept the participants engaged, and boosted their confidence. Here, I would like to make a special mention to our trainers, who early on boarded on the project, were trained and offered their perspectives and opinions on the project outcomes and their quality. Our trainers were introduced to the project and were trained during the trainers event, for which I will briefly present to you its main objectives and outcomes. The C1, as we call it in the WinBiz project, the Train the Trainers workshop, was a 3-day tutor training event which took place in Patras, Greece, and was facilitated by the Hellenic Open University, involving 25 adult education trainers from all the partner countries, working in the field of entrepreneurship, social entrepreneurship, and were somehow linked to the migrant or refugee contexts. The main objective of the training was to deepen the professional skills of participants on the fields of life skills and entrepreneurial coaching, for them to be able to adequately support the migrant women in further activities. They had the opportunity to be introduced to the project and it's completed as well as ongoing activities, such as the WinBiz social report, the WinBiz trainers toolkit, and the WinBiz course. Participants were trained on engagement and communication practices within a blended learning environment specifically focused on migrant women, with inclusiveness and diversity training being high on the training priorities. Interactive activities, games, energizers, and other engagement techniques took place in order to prepare the trainers for the delivery of the WinBiz training course. The participants provided a very positive feedback on this experience, and the effectiveness of the training was actually validated by the huge success of the WinBiz course and the WinBiz entrepreneurship competition, which was an immediate effect of our trainers' efforts. And for that, we would like to thank them. Reflecting now on the project as a whole, I would like to share how this experience has influenced the Hellenic Open University. We managed to create a strong network of stakeholders from social economy and social innovation and set the basis for the creation of a local ecosystem, which will be able to support and promote the social and economic integration of various target groups that are considered as vulnerable. The WinBiz project was the trigger for setting up other similar initiatives with local and international impact. Furthermore, we had the opportunity to improve our own expertise in various fields by cooperating with prominent European organizations within the WinBiz partnership. Finally, we are very proud of the outcomes of the WinBiz project, and mainly for the fact that we managed to provide hope and opportunities for a better future to several migrant women. And we aspire that the WinBiz outcomes, which will remain freely available, will continue to support its cause and objectives. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Daria Bădescu and I'm representing the European Association for Social Innovation, a European network aiming at advancing social innovation in Europe. We are the partner who was in charge of implementing the WinBiz activities in Romania, and we are more than glad to share with you our experience as WinBiz partners. This section of the video will focus on the development of the Win Business Plans catalog, which is the fourth main result of the WinBiz project. As coordinators of this work package, Yazzie guided the implementation of the WinBiz project work and the development of the Win Business Plans catalog. The WinBiz project work was a contest that complemented the training experience of the migrant women involved in the WinBiz training and required the creation of a business plan, which was further evaluated by an evaluation committee in all partner countries. The committee was formed by both external professionals and internal staff of the partners and had the responsibility of selecting the best business ideas. The owners of these ideas had the opportunity to attend the CTU training event in Italy and to appear in the Win Business Plans catalog. Accordingly, the main result of this work package is the Win Business Plans catalog, which is a resource available in English and all partnership languages: Romanian, Portuguese, Italian, Greek, German, and Macedonian. The catalog is a carefully curated resource aiming to increase the visibility of the selected business ideas generated as a result of the contest mentioned before. Moreover, it provides a model of good practices of social innovation and innovation that can be further disseminated to other parties at the European level. Lastly, this catalog also contributes to the promotion of female entrepreneurship in Europe. Now, looking back on the project as a whole, I would like to share how this experience has impacted Yazzie. We had the pleasure to gather around us a community of passionate and hard-working women with diverse migration background that were interested in the WinBiz initiatives, as well as national relevant stakeholders that helped us in disseminating the opportunities of our project and to connect us with the required target group. Specifically, Romania is more known as an immigration country than a receiving state. However, as you know, the dynamics has slightly changed, and in the past few years, Romania has accommodated a higher number of Ukrainian migrants, especially migrant women. We believe that the WIMBIS project was well received in our country, and we are aiming to fructify its results in our future endeavors.
Olá, gostaria de agradecer pela oportunidade. O evento foi muito relevante para nível de conhecimento, desenvolvimento relacionado ao empreendedorismo, pensar fora da caixa, desenvolver novas habilidades de criatividade. Além disso, apesar da barreira do idioma, essa semana de imersão fez com que eu desenvolvesse mais a linguagem, a gramática, aprendesse novas palavras. A cidade foi muito maravilhosa, cultural, e só tenho a agradecer mesmo, e tenho certeza que vai acrescentar muito aí na minha vida como empreendedora e para os meus sonhos, né? Muito obrigada.
Olá, meu nome é Gislaine Veríssimo. Eu vim aqui para falar sobre minha participação na modalidade em Itália. Primeiramente, agradecer pela oportunidade, por ter participado. Foi uma experiência, assim, inesquecível, de grandes aprendizados, com convivência com várias pessoas, com os workshops, as palestras, com muito aprendizado a todo instante. E apesar da barreira da língua, que no início foi um pouco complicado de assimilar, mas depois até isso acabou colaborando e melhorando ainda mais o aprendizado que se obteve lá. É algo que eu tenho certeza que vou aproveitar e usar muito na minha vida, no meu projeto, porque foram muitas experiências que com certeza vão me trazer grandes benefícios ao longo da minha vida. Eu só tenho a agradecer, muito obrigada. Foi uma participação, uns dias inesquecíveis, de muito aprendizado. Muito obrigada.
Hello, my name is Irina Khairulaeva. I am from Turkmenistan. I was a participant of the International Women's Project, WIMBIS, which took place in the city of Bivagna from July 3rd to July 9, 2024. During the project, the exchanged business ideas. The seminar was about deciding, thinking, communication, strategy and techniques. I enjoyed the education tour during the workshop, in which they visited a small company which make aromatic candles. I also enjoyed the workshop where they showed us process of making icon for the church. I liked when all the participants of the project were gathered for dinner at the monastery of San Domenic, where we could get to know each other better, communicate and exchange ideas. I would like to appraise of the good organization of the project and the provision of skills and the knowledge to women. Finally, I would like to thank all the teaching staff, participants and organizers. This was a tremendous experience that will help us realize our ideas. Once again, thank you all very much.
Hello, my name is Vilma Rogo, and originally I'm from Albania, but I've been living in Greece for the last 15 years. I'm a mother of two, and during our afternoons, we were always looking for new activities, and this is what we got a couple of years ago. This is a flower made of paper, strips of paper, and this is another one which is framed. It was really fun at the beginning, but then I got really good at it. I got an invitation from Biz in order to follow these live sessions, and it was really interesting. My idea and my business plan was one of the chosen at the end. I was invited to follow this social hackathon in Umbria. It really helped me. It really helped me concentrate my ideas to see in a different perspective. And I'm pretty sure I know much better now. Thank you very much and have a good time.